YouTube, what is going on? Welcome to another episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. Quick thank you for checking out the new video, and of course for all that amazing support. You guys are really helping this channel grow, and it's appreciated more than you know. And of course that makes you guys the best damn community here on YouTube, without a doubt. So we had a coin show this weekend, and we had another great time. Even though it was a smaller show, there was a ton of variety for silver, gold, numismatics, and the prices, they were actually pretty good. I ended up picking up a couple of key date Morgans that I was missing. Those hurt. Those definitely hurt the wallet. Along with the new Florida Goldbacks. Of course, I had to get these. Probably the best ones yet. I think these by far the best artistic renderings. Not just for her. I mean, I know that's a good one. And everybody's after the 5, but overall, this set is really well done. I also picked up a couple of miscellaneous things that caught my eye. Now, if you're a regular at Stacker's Corner, that's our weekly show every Wednesday night at 8:30. You already know that my Silver Journey likes to ask me what I'm looking for before we go to a coin show. And my answer is always the same. I have no freaking idea until I get there. Seriously. Now that said, my silver stack weight goal was accomplished not too long ago. So I'm kind of at the point where I don't buy bulk silver like I used to. I'm still adding to the stack, of course, but I find myself buying more things that appeal to me these days. Like filling that Cursed Morgan album. That's been a challenging undertaking. I still make bulk purchases here and there, so any weight that I add is basically just the cherry on top. But is my approach feasible for other stackers to emulate? Well, I'm more of a stack collector at this point, so probably not. But it depends on what your goals are, and if you're trying to amass as much silver and gold as you can at the lowest price, then my approach is a no. There's too many premium items in there. But if we're active buyers, no matter what we're buying, we've got to be aware of the potential of being ripped off, which is exactly why we should always try to buy from legit dealers. But we're going to cover that and a lot more today, so make sure you stay tuned. So I have to say that even though there are far, far, far more reputable dealers and sellers out there than scammers, guys, we still have to be on our toes to avoid getting screwed. For example, at the show, I was listening in on one dealer who was, for lack of better terms, just flat out full of crap, trying to upsell some junky Bradford Mint stuff that is pretty much shunned on the secondary market as garbage. Thankfully, the customer declined and he moved on to something else, but that's one example of educating yourself on the difference between intelligent and not so intelligent buying. So what are some things to look out for out there? Let's take a quick look. Alright, first off, folks, know your metals. A good example is this new released Nature's Grip 1-ounce bar by PAMP. Now, this was something I was actually on the lookout for at the show, and one guy had a couple of them for $100 each, which, yeah, is absolutely an insane amount of money for a 1-ounce silver bar. But it is beautiful, there's no question. It's PAMP, really small mintage of only 3,500 worldwide, and unfortunately, I'm already invested in collecting these as they come out, so this is definitely a collector piece and not a stacking piece, no question. Love that iridescent effect too. Anyway, I wanted one and I did my research in advance, and I saw that these were selling online and in the low 90s, pretty much everywhere online, minus shipping costs. So I was actually good with $100. But the point of all this, really, if you're looking for certain items at shows or dealers, do a little research. Know what spot price is that day for the metal you're planning on buying, or that specific piece that you're looking for. Make sure you stay within that range that you're seeing it selling for online, at least. And don't be afraid to haggle. I always ask if that's your best price. It doesn't hurt. All they can say is no, right? All they can say is no. In this case, he had like $90 into it, and he probably made $10 on me. So I get it. Dealers got to cover their cost. Not a shocker. But do your research. And if you're dealing with numismatics, look at some completed sales to get a price range. If you're dealing with collectibles, do the same thing that I did. It literally takes about 2 minutes to see what stuff is selling for. It's called doing your due diligence, folks. Alright, next thing we have to look out for is counterfeits. And this is a huge problem, guys. The Chinese and a couple of other countries absolutely flood our markets with fakes. And some of them are getting really good. I mean, they're getting pretty tight. And that audacity is even expanded to faking NGC slabs and whatnot. You really, really have to be careful out there. There are a few basics that you can kind of teach yourself to look for. The obvious is price. If it's too low, hey, it's either fake or the stuff is stolen, one or the other. Also, the weight or the dimensions could be off, along with the coin's finish. You can ping it to be able to tell almost instantly that it doesn't sound right. And lastly, the devil is in the details. Like I said, some fakes are really good, but a majority of them are pretty bad, to be honest. I'll give you some examples here. Fake Silver Eagle, terrible. Not very good. Not even passable to me. Obviously, look at the flip. Not cool. This one's kind of scary. The kangaroo. They're actually faking kangaroos, and it's not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. Fake maple. This one's just terrible. This one should stand right out to you. The radial lines are all wrong, and the queen is even worse. Just god-awful. They're faking bars of all kinds. I did a video on this not too long ago. This is absolutely a fake sunshine minting bar, and not a bad one. But the text is wrong and the shine is a little bit off. And these are the ones I have to concern myself with at present. Fake Morgans. This is probably behind the Silver Eagle. It could be 1A and 1B at this point as the most fake coins, most counterfeited on the market today. Morgan silver dollars. And this one is actually not too bad, guys. I mean, you can look at it and tell. I've done enough dealing with Morgans to pick this one out, but if I didn't know about Morgans, I would think this was a legit 1880 Morgan. The details are pretty freaking good. Again, you've got to educate yourself on this. And it's not just silver. It's not just silver. There's a fake Krugerrand. Obviously fake. That's just god-awful. He looks like he's sitting out trying to push one out in the bathroom. I don't know what to tell you on that. Buffaloes are being faked. With a proof finish, no less. But at least this one says copy. But yeah, you can look at that and tell. Just not good. That frosted background that we love so much on the Buffaloes is just gone. And last one, here's a fake gold maple. First off, it's too big. Second, the radial lines are way off. Third, if you put that under a microscope, that privy is just gibberish. And yeah, again, the queen looks terrible. So fakes are everywhere, gold and silver. You got to be careful.
I feel like a Kentucky Fried Idiot.
All right, now we're up to scammers. Folks, be sure to buy from legit dealers. You know their names. I'm not going to go through them. There's many to pick from. But places you should avoid: Facebook, Etsy, eBay, Temu. eBay, be careful. At least you have the backing of PayPal and eBay if you get hosed. But there are plenty of fakes on eBay. I get that there's a lot you can buy on there that's legit, but eBay is not without fakes. And a host of others that you see on TV, like this nutcase, Mike Mizak.
They decide that they're going to release the coins in essence as a tribute, coins that were made for 1 week and 1 week only.
What a dolt. Again, education is the key. Now, Facebook is one of the worst offenders for allowing counterfeit metals to be sold on their platform, by far. You can report those ads all day and night until the cows come home, and Facebook isn't going to do a damn thing about them. The biggest love of Mark Zuckerberg's life is money, cold hard cash. He's not about to cut his cash cow over something as silly as fraudulent ads. Nope, can't have that. And this is even after the fact that legitimate agencies have reached out time and time again offering to educate Zuckerberg and his staff on the seriousness of this problem. They get nothing back. No phone calls, nothing. No emails. They don't get anything back. Not even the sound of crickets. So it's important to educate yourself on these scams, and the biggest protection you have is an age-old saying. And that is, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. And that counters another age-old saying, there is one born every minute. And lastly, another way to protect yourself is to ignore the pumpers. You know who they are, both here on YouTube and some of the guests they invite on their shows and some of those gurus that you see talking about silver. They usually own mines or have a business to run, so of course they're pumping silver. But these are the people who continuously preach fire and brimstone when it comes to buying silver now. Got to get it now. And you got to buy it before it's too late and before it becomes unobtainium. They've been spewing this nonsense for years and years. And all we have to show for it is modest gains for silver. Look, I have no doubt silver will have its time to shine. I have no doubt. But you'll be a lot better off if you're stacking silver as a savings and not hoping you can put the kids through college off of those incredible gains the pumpers say you're going to make in the next few weeks or by this year or that. Ignore the BS. Just ignore the BS. Look at your charts and your numbers and stick to your plan. There isn't a single soul on YouTube, not one, who can definitively tell you what silver's going to do in the next 10 days or 10 years. Not one. So keep that in mind. It's one of the main reasons you never see me do speculation videos on my channel. I've even turned down requests from reps of known pumpers in the industry to do a collab video. They wanted me to have their person on here. You know who they are. I'm not going to give the names. It's the same reason I've turned down the marketing folks who pay for those, pay the content creators to do mining videos. If I don't believe in something, whether it's a product or a conception or a price or future price, I'm not making a video on it. I'm not going to pump out that kind of garbage to you guys. You deserve better than that from me, and I'm not in this to make a buck. Believe me, if you saw what our cut from YouTube is for being monetized, you'd see where I'm coming from.
$1 million.
I'm just a small channel trying to have a little bit of fun. All right. There you have it, guys. So those are some basics to help keep you from getting ripped off. Obviously, that wasn't all-inclusive since, time constraints on videos is an issue. But I hope you got a little something out of that. We all have to be astute stackers because we're investing our hard-earned money into this thing, right? We're dumping a lot of our quote-unquote disposable income and sometimes not even disposable. Honestly, it all boils down to one concept. Knowledge is power. Make sure you have it. Anyway, be sure to leave a comment down below and let me know what your thoughts are. What are some tips you'd add to my list to help others avoid getting ripped off? You guys know I love going through the comments, so make sure you sound off. And that's going to wrap it up for this episode of the Silver and Gold Stack Attack. And you made it this far, well, kudos to you. I'll definitely catch up with you in the next episode. But in the meantime, oh yeah, you know what's up.
What do you want to do with your life?
I want to stack.
Damn right. Get stacked. Stay safe and be well, everyone. I hope to see you guys at Wednesday for Stacker's Corner. That's at 8:30 p.m. I am, in the meantime, out of here. Peace, folks. Have a great week ahead. See you on Wednesday.
You still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
Oh, yes. And what was that beginning, middle, and end part again?